Hi guys. So in today's video I want to talk about destiny and why or how it might actually be more of a negative thing than, I don't know, many people believe, I guess. And please take it from me who used to be a very firm believer in the, yeah, I guess, benevolence and, yeah, positivity of let's say the supportive role, right, of destiny in my own life or in general. So in the spiritual community, there is a lot of talk about destiny as well as purpose, right, which I think are often used interchangeably. And yeah, it's often linked to, for example, astrology also, right? Um, if you are, interested in topics like astrology and spiritual stuff in general, I'm sure you've already, heard about the importance or the supposed importance of your North Node and how it affects your destiny and who you are meant to be in this life, right? Um, and also, generally speaking, as someone who, as you might know, if you watched or seen some of my older videos, um, used to be a tarot reading addict and is still recovering from that. um, in many of the readers on YouTube, they also always talk about destiny and your past, like the one past that you were meant to go down in this life, right? And even though I used to be, as I said, a believer in, or yeah, I used to believe in destiny and that every person has a relatively specific thing they are supposed to do or be. But even with that mentality, the some of the things I heard and some of the readings were also already, too limited for my taste. Like, or they made it seem like you are so limited in your options and your decisions in life that you don't have a say in your own life, which of course is nonsense. Even if they don't say very obviously, I guess, wrong things like, oh, if you don't do this one thing right now, your life will be miserable forever, which is, I guess, in most cases, very unlikely. Um, Even in, how can I say that, like the more subtle, yeah, concepts or, yeah, um, beliefs around destiny, especially with the spiritual or awakened or whatever people. There, I think, is way too little questioning of the concept of destiny in and of itself. Like whether it's actually good to have any kind of pre-written, so to say, or predetermined style of life and you know development that you are supposed to go through, as opposed to the importance of free will, of course, right? And I think it so totally does not, acknowledge the, I guess, fact that most people actually agree that we live in a universe of almost, or actually infinite possibilities, that really doesn't go along well with the idea of having one narrow little path that you are meant to go down. And if you don't, you failed, and your life is, I don't know, a failure, right? So, yeah, and also, astrology is an incredibly valuable tool, just as the MBTI, for example, which is why I love those two things. But it only goes so far, right? And yeah, I think that at a certain point in your journey, if you hold on to those things, like if you think or believe that there are certain, for example, psychological truths about yourself or about people in general that cannot be wrong, or psychological needs, for example, that you cannot live without or that can't be transcended, then that's, in my eyes, that's like a limiting belief right there. And yeah, at a certain point in your journey, you should be willing to kind of let go of those things and those tools to really, yeah, basically connect with yourself, like your truest self, especially, which is, of course, source slash God, on a deeper level, for lack of better words, or maybe on a broader level, because I always think it's like, a much broader perspective than most humans can fathom. And yeah, and that's just what I'm trying to do at the moment. But I have to admit, it is pretty hard to really do it all from the inside out. And, not cling to any outer tools and or teachers, for example, or guides. Like, I think that's one of the hardest parts, right? To find that knowledge and self-awareness within. Yeah, and that's just what I wanted to share with you today. And maybe it made you think about some things. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And also feel free to leave a comment. And till the next time, bye.